Well, good morning, everyone. As you have been told, my name is Johanna Mukoki, and I'm the Group CEO of a company called Travel with Flair. Travel with Flair is a corporate travel management company, and I've had the company for now 17 years. We started it in 1996. I know, right? You're trying to work out my age. I was hopefully 14 when I started. Anyway, no, I wasn't. But we started with about 3 people, and now we just have just over 550 staff and offices throughout South Africa, also into Africa, and some associates as well globally. So my story, I guess, is also a true South African story, and I thought that rather than give you, and I do have my presentation as you can see, but in the interest of time I'll maybe tell you about my story and make it more real, especially for the learners. I also relish the fact that there's educators here as well, because I do believe that one of the things that keeps me awake at night as well as an employer is the gap that exists within our education system. And whenever I've seen the ministers, one of my key topics, I guess, with them, because I do believe that we need to be able to fix our education system. Having said that, though, I'm an accountant by profession, right? So grew up from the township, grew up in a normal African home, 4-bedroom house, and yeah, not the 4-bedroom house that we are talking about now, that it's 4 bedrooms. No, it's like 2 bedrooms, a dining room, and a kitchen. That's the 4-bedroom house that I come from the dusty streets of Soweto. I did go to public schools as well, but I guess especially because my father loved to read a lot. I was introduced to books at an early stage, and in there, I did find that one has to be able to work hard. Nothing in life comes easy, and that you need to be able to apply yourself. So at a young age, I realized that I had to study hard at school so that I can hopefully be able to have a better future. And I've always said to the young kids that I speak to that our background definitely does not determine our outcome. You certainly can be better than the background where you come from. And I'm one of those true examples that stand here in front of you today that shows that through hard work and dedication, I was able to get out of the township and be able to have a significant, successful business within the South Africa and even be a global player and hold my own. At school, when I was in Standard 5, I used to pull straight A's, by the way, at school. I studied so hard. Maths, English, it doesn't matter. I did it very well. So there was a commercial school called Pace Commercial College, which was started by taking all the kids that came number 1 and 2 in the townships, and we started this great school. And from there, I mean, it was started by the American Chamber of Commerce, and we had teachers from around the world. And for me, that was my first beginning in being on the right road to a great start. And we learned a lot. And I was obviously steered into the accounting career side because it was a commercial school. But indeed, I already had the flair for maths and accounts because at school I did pull 100%. I used to even bat in with my teachers and be one of those kids that will finish first and let my teacher mark. And if I get 100%, he needs to pay me. And they did. Yeah, indeed. And entrepreneur at a very young age. And any of the kids that started with me will tell you that is very true. And I think that the one thing that we miss as well is that school is the best institution where you can be able, if you fully apply yourself, where you can be able to fully find your God-given talents at an early stage. And I studied hard. And yes, for the ones where I got 100%, I knew I was gifted in that. But for those that I got 80%, and let me tell you, I didn't have too many 60s and 70s, then I realized, maybe that my strength is not quite there. And indeed, I mean, even when I got to university and throughout my schooling career, I studied through bursaries. And that's why I'm always happy as well with anybody who walks through my door. I'm the first one. I'm very happy to pay. And they don't even have to study something that is beneficial for my company. But if I can make people's dreams come true, I'm one of those employers, and I've done a lot for the kids that work for me. And as a result, they stay with the company, which I think is really great. But I think that that is the big first part, and I'm glad to see the learners. You really have to do your best while you're at school, because the shining begins from there. The sense of dedication, the sense of wanting to do the hard work and do better. You can only be better than the people around you if you show up and do your best. And also you must understand that if you really have studied and you've done your best, don't beat yourself up if you don't make it. Do you understand? But because you know that you've done your best. There's nothing in life like an opportunity lost where you knew you had the opportunity, but you didn't use it to your fullest potential. Fullest potential. Because my potential is different from what your potential is, right? But as long as you know that you've exerted yourself, everything else is definitely possible. And when I studied at Rhodes, and I was one of the first black people even to tutor accounts at Rhodes, so I'm very proud of that as well. And I found this quote that has carried me through, I guess, my professional business life, and it read like this. It said, to find a career to which you're adapted to by nature and then to work hard at it is about as near a formula for success and happiness as the world provides. And that has been so true. In everything that I've touched, if I've worked very hard in it, I've made sure that it is what I'm going to be able to be successful with at the end. Yes, as an accountant, I'm in the travel business. So you ask, how did she get there? The short version is I found something that I'm passionate about. My two partners, who are still my partners even today, when they wanted to start a travel agency, they heard that there's a bright spark sitting at KPMG, and we were introduced. I was approached, and let me tell you, it was a no-brainer. I was young, I was very bright, and I had this wonderful career ahead of me, but I knew I didn't want to become a grey accountant. And what I knew is that I have a very outgoing personality, which obviously would not be able to work out in accounts, because you've got to be quiet and look at the numbers and make sure that you don't talk to the numbers. Or I'm a little ahead of you, CJ. Anyway, but I also wanted to see the world, and I thought, wow, what a great opportunity that I can have a business that I can work in, but that will be able to make my dreams come true. And let me tell you, that's why I'm still doing the same thing for 17 years. I am living the passion. I am living my dream. And I still love what I do. And I'll still probably be here 10 years from now. And as a result, because I enjoy it so much so, our company is always, whether we perceived as leaders in technology within the business, because I'm always thinking as to how can we be better? How can we be able to change the industry? And therefore you begin to think out of the box. I've had the pleasure of meeting Richard as well. And what I love about him is the energy that he has. But I saw one of his interviews when he had it with Archbishop Desmond Tutu. And he was asked as to, you know, what made him successful. And the one thing that he says is that success, and most successful businesses, much like myself, and I've had the pleasure, yes, for being Ernst & Young's emerging global entrepreneur. I had the opportunity as well to go to Monaco with CJ and them in June. But having been in the same room even with those global entrepreneurs, the one thing that sticks out about us is the passion and the energy that each person has. And most successful businesses are not born because we want to make R1 million. How many of you know you're going to fail? It's not about the money. It's about the love of what you do. And you're going to do it so well, and then when the knocks of life come, you're going to dust yourself off and you're going to press on, still believing in what you're doing. And that is what true, successful, sustainable businesses are born out of. And that's the same thing that Richard says as well. Best businesses are born out of passion, because you're going to stay on and you're going to be able to ensure that you're leaders in that particular space because you love it so much, and it'll keep you interested within the same business. And you must always remember, there's three things. The value is always within you. Never measure yourself with the people next door to you or friends of yours. Because let me tell you, what if you're an overachiever, overperformer, like my good self? You know, my friends always used to tell me, you know, I just need to get 51%. They just need to pass. I said, but you know, if you're passing, you never are going to be able to know your truest potential. Fully apply yourself. Be one of those. I mean, sometimes I didn't sleep for 36 hours because I'm studying and I really need to ensure that I will get to that exam room. BioPlus used to be my best friend. Now there's Red Bull. But, you know, just so that I know that I'm 120% prepared for that exam. My professors knew me by name. I was not a student number, you know, because I was interested in that current life. Be present in the life that you're in. When you're a student, fully apply yourself. Be present in the now. When you're a business person, be present in the now. Be the best employee that one could be able to ever have. Be the best boss that anybody could be able to have. Because as one of the ladies has just said now, you know, there's nothing that is more defining or that makes the picture clearer like a near-death experience. Because everything else doesn't matter, and you realize I only have this life and I really need to be able to make it count. And when you make it count, you don't only make it count for yourself, but you make it count for the others that are around you. And that's the true beauty of life. And as you grow older, that picture becomes clearer. But when you guys are younger, you are always saving yourself for the future, and you miss out on the opportunity that is now. So the future is now, and you really need to be able to apply yourself and be the best version of yourself. I truly believe, and my friends will tell you, they think that I'm high on some happy pill, but I always have great energy because I know that I'm happy with me and I'm the best that I can possibly be. And therefore I live in the present and I don't miss out on the moment. Please, when you go out there, be the same. And excellence should be a non-negotiable, guys. You gotta be the best. Best of you, best friend, best daughter, best wife. Be the best at everything. And yes, my best might not be your best. You don't have to measure yourself against others. As long as your balls are up in the air and none of them are dropped, and you know that you're giving of your best. That's all that counts in life. And if we have more people with this great energy of wanting to be the best versions of themselves, this world will be so much more of a better place. And I want to be able to instill that energy of wanting better for yourselves. Come out of the township, and now I'm a global player. Who would have thought that a young girl out of Soweto with some public education can be what I am today? And let me tell you, and I've met people from around the world. And when I'm around kings, I so fit very nicely on that table. If you go on my website, you'll see some people that I've met or my LinkedIn. But, and when I'm around, whether they call them celebrities or, I mean, I've met the Oprahs of the world, I've met Madiba, I've met everybody. But the short version is, I fit in because I know that I've worked hard to be there. And let me tell you, equally, when you take me back to the townships and I'm with my aunts and uncle, I'm one of those kids that they will be calling on, and I will serve everybody, and I'm warm and I fit in just as equally. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what balance in life is definitely about. And also, three things: relationships and fellowships really count. And the second thing that money can't buy is health. Health is very important. So if you stick around stressful people that are always negative and you are trying to make the best version of you, you so must shed them, because they're going to hold you back. Those ones that are always nagging, the friends that are always nagging, nothing is ever good in this. Let me tell you something. Everybody sitting here has had big life events happen to them. So get over it. That's life. You know, you chin up and you shape up and you just find your happiness within the storm. That's the short version. I tell my staff as well, when you come to work, do not bring your troubles to work. Leave them at the door, because I want best when you come through my door. And you certainly, if you want to continue to have a pity party, you can pick it up on your way and you can be miserable at home. But the best people is the people that needs to be with me. And I live by this motto that you need to learn, earn, and definitely return. That's what gives one a sense of purpose. And I saw a quote actually about 2 weeks ago from Gary Player, and he says, the harder I work, the luckier I become. Do you understand? So, and it's, luck does not mean you're sitting there at home and you're just hoping by some chance when you see a shooting star, like my kids always want to wish on a shooting star, things are going to happen. The hard work is part of the mix. And if you really want a better life for yourself, definitely go out today and be the best. If you're an educator, be present, teach those kids of ours, and just find how else can I be able to broaden their horizon. And if you are unhappy with the curriculum that you have, speak to the ministers. Those people are, be one of those who writes a letter a week until such time that this education system changes. And if you're a student, make sure that you don't listen to your friends. You show up, you study. You are only a child and a student or a scholar now. Make the best use of that time so that you can be able to quickly realize in life as to where your talents lie. Are you an accounting person? Are you an inventor? Are you what? This is the time for you to be able to be. When they're sitting outside playing or busy with their Xbox, I don't know if any of you have that, that is such a terrible thing. Just go into your books, because at the end of it, when you have your career, when you have your degrees, life does happen. And let me tell you, life is very long. So I wish you guys well, and go out and make me proud.